Warm greetings, my dear friends. Let us start with today's discussion. And in this lecture, we are going to talk about a very important topic which comes from unit number 3 in your GS paper 4, which is human needs and motivation. Now, the name of this particular unit is human needs and motivation, and under this particular unit, we are going to talk about the theories of motivation, wherein we will look into two motivational theories or two theories of motivation. The first one being the Abraham Maslow's motivational theory. Now, see, MPPSC does not explicitly mention under this particular unit that you are needed to know the theory of Abraham Maslow. It does not explicitly mention Abraham Maslow's theory in the syllabus. But then we are reading about this is his theory. The reason is that the name of this unit is Human Needs and Motivation. Now, this name is there. Why? Because the Abraham Maslow is known as the father of motivational theories. The name of his theory is Need Hierarchy Theory. Now, this particular name, Need Hierarchy Theory, and his concept of motivation, the way he conceptualized motivation, that is something which because of that particular name, the name of his theory is Need Hierarchy Theory, and because of the manner in which he conceptualized motivation, so according to him, motivation is related to human needs. And that is the reason why this particular unit has been named as Human Needs and Motivation. Therefore, I make a presumption that the one who had formulated the syllabus, he must have gone through the theory of Abraham Maslow's. That is the reason why he kept the name of this particular unit, this chapter, as Human Needs and Motivation. So, though there is no explicit mention of Abraham Maslow's theory in the syllabus, but then it is important to understand, it is important to read about his theory. I told you the reason. Clear? And then we will also look into another very similar, very important motivational theory given by Frederick Herzberg, which is known as two-factor theory. But for today's discussion, we are going to talk about the theory of Abraham Maslow. Okay, so Abraham Maslow, the name of theory is Need Hierarchy Theory. Abraham Maslow's Need Hierarchy Theory. That was Abraham Maslow. Now, see, to begin with, what is the theory of Abraham Maslow? Now, the theory has the name of the theory, it has two particular words. First is need and second is hierarchy. Now, it is important to know what is the significance of this need, what is the relevance of need in this theory, and what is the relevance of hierarchy in this theory. Now, let us begin to understand what this particular theory is all about. Now, see, Abraham Maslow says, how does he conceptualize motivation? What is his concept of motivation? What is his understanding of motivation? So, he says that there are certain deficiencies in human life. We all have certain deficiencies. There are multiple deficiencies, and these deficiencies are of different nature, different types. Now, these deficiencies, because of these deficiencies in human life, a need is generated. A need is generated because of certain deficiencies. No deficiency, no need. Why is there any particular need? So, need arises because of deficiency. Now, then he says, so deficiency which creates need. Now, he says that these needs, they now act as motivation. They act as motivators. So, a human being is motivated to fulfill certain deficiencies that he has in his life. So, there are certain deficiencies in human life. And because of these deficiencies, certain needs have evolved. Now, these needs are there because of human deficiency, and that is the reason why a human being is motivated. So, it means that Maslow related motivation with human needs. And why are these needs? Because you have certain deficiencies. And the moment these deficiencies are fulfilled, it means the moment a need is satisfied, that need will stop acting as a motivating factor. So, needs basically act as motivation. If there are no needs, you will not be motivated. So, because there is deficiency, that results into the creation or the coming up of a need, and that need starts acting as a motivating factor. So this is how he related need with motivation. Clear? So this is the reason, this is the relevance of the word need in Abraham Maslow's theory. Now let us understand why did he name his theory as hierarchy. What is the relevance of hierarchy in this theory? Now this is the relevance. So he said that there are 5 human needs. He said that there are 5 human needs which are arranged in a hierarchic fashion, in a hierarchic manner. Now what is hierarchy? Hierarchy is vertical division. For example, the society of India was divided. If you read the ancient history, you come to know that society was divided in the Rigvedic time, but then this division did not have an element of the upper or the lower class, lower caste. This distinction was not there. There was this Varn system, but then Varn back then was based only upon, it was based upon the sole criteria of your occupation. It means there was social mobility. The moment you change your Varn, the moment you change your occupation, your Varn gets changed. So the society, there was stratification. Society was divided based upon occupation, but this division was horizontal division. There was no concept of Ucha or Nicha, upper and lower class or caste. This distinction was not there. But what happened in Indian society? So when you transformed as the time progressed and when you went from Rigvedic to the later Vedic time, you saw that this vertical division, vertical distribution of society, it transformed into this horizontal distribution transformed into vertical distribution. And this is the time when this caste became a phenomena which was based, now it was not based only upon occupation. Now caste became an institution which was based upon the birth. So the family or the caste that you take birth in, that decides your caste. So your birth decides your caste. And then there was this distinction, there was this differentiation of upper caste and lower caste. So otherwise the horizontal distribution, it transformed into vertical distribution or vertical division of society. And this is, then we started to call this that Indian society has hierarchy. There is social hierarchy in Indian society, and this caste system is a social stratification based upon hierarchy. This caste system is a hierarchic system wherein you have certain castes which are considered to be the upper caste, and then there are certain other castes which are considered to be lower castes. Similarly, Maslow also is suggesting that he first says that there are 5 human needs, and these human needs are arranged in a hierarchic fashion. They are arranged in a hierarchic fashion. It means there are certain lower order needs and then there are certain higher order needs. And this is the pyramid of prepotency of needs. Prepotency of needs means which need will start acting as a motivating factor first. So this need will start acting as the motivating factor, then this, then this, then this. So this is how this is the hierarchy of the needs according to Abraham Maslow. That is the relevance. So now we have known that what is the relevance of why is this particular name of his theory, need hierarchy theory. So need, 5 human needs, and need why? Because there are deficiencies which create need, and then need, they start acting as motivating factor. And these needs are 5 in number, and these 5 human needs are arranged in a hierarchic manner. And what are these 5 needs? Now let us understand what these 5 needs actually are. So the first need is physiological need. Then you have the security need. Then after security need, you have social need. Then the fourth is esteem need. And the last need is need for self-actualization. Now what are these needs? What do we mean by these needs? Now as the name suggests, what is the physiological need? These are basic human needs. Roti, kapda, makan, procreation. These are very basic human needs. These are needs are required for basic human sustenance. A human being cannot sustain his living without the fulfillment or satisfaction of these basic needs. So this is the first order need. This is the lowermost need. This is physiological need. Then what is the second need? That is the security need. What is security need? Security need means that you now, once this physiological need is satisfied, that means once you have provision of this roti, kapda, makan, basic human needs, then you want a security in your life. Security of job, security of the home that you are staying in. So these are the types of needs which we classify under security need. Then you have social needs. We know the fact that human beings are social animals. We have certain emotional and social needs. And because we want to fulfill, in order to fulfill these needs, we enter into multiple groups and we become part of various groups, and we enter into various institutions. For example, the institution of marriage, for example, the concept of friendship. So we enter into these relations. Why? Because we want to satisfy our social and emotional needs, because we are social animals inherently. Naturally, we are social beings, we are social animals. So this is the social need. Then you have the esteem need. What is the esteem need? This need says, what is the need? What are the considerations under esteem need? Everyone wants to have social prestige. You want to have your name. You want to enjoy social prestige. These are the needs which come under this esteem need, social prestige. Okay. Then the last need is the need of self-actualization. This is the need of inner calling. This is your inner calling. So these are the 5 types of inner calling. What does it mean? Inner calling, it means your actual need. I will come on to these 5 needs once we look into the features of this particular theory. I will explain you these needs in more detail. Now see, these are the 5 basic needs. Now let us understand what is the basic theory. What are the basic concepts in this particular theory? What are the basic postulates of the theory of Abraham Maslow? Now see, he says that these needs, first he says that there are these 5 human needs. Okay. Then he says that only one need becomes prepotent at a time. And this is the hierarchy of prepotency. This is the hierarchy of prepotency. It means that this particular need will become prepotent first. After the satisfaction of this need, then this need will become prepotent, and so on and so forth. So this is the hierarchy of prepotency. Clear? So there are 5 human needs and only one need becomes prepotent at a time. That at a particular point in time, your motivation will be coming. This is the Abraham Maslow's assumption. This is his theory. He's saying that at one particular point in time, only one particular need will act as a motivating factor. It does not mean, he says, it does not mean that there cannot be presence of multiple needs at the same time. Multiple needs can be present at the same time, but then out of all those needs which are present at the same time, out of all those needs, only one need will act as motivating factor. Only one need will act as motivating factor, even though there might be other needs which will be present at the same time. So at one time multiple needs can be there, but only one need will be acting as a motivating factor. That is, that need will be prepotent. Prepotent means the need which is acting as the motivating factor. Okay. Then he says, another important point is, he says that once satisfied, a need stops acting as a motivator. Once any of these needs is satisfied. So first of all, a human being will be motivated by physiological need. The moment this particular need is satisfied, then this need will become prepotent. Once this need is satisfied, again the next in hierarchy is the security need, is the social need. So this need will start acting as a motivating factor. Once this is satisfied, then next in the line is esteem need. Now esteem need will act as a motivator. So once a particular need is satisfied, it stops acting as a motivating factor. Then there is the next order need which becomes prepotent, and that starts acting as a motivating factor. Then another important point is that once a need is satisfied, it does not become prepotent ever again. It does not become prepotent ever again. It means once, for example, your security need is satisfied, your physiological need is satisfied, and now you are at the level of, let's say, esteem needs. All these three lower order needs are satisfied. Now Maslow is suggesting that this will not happen in your life, that you will now not be motivated ever again in your life. These three factors will not, or these three needs will not start acting, they will not become prepotent ever again. They will not act as motivation now. Your motivation will come from this esteem need. This is the need which will make you, which will bring a sense of motivation within you. And then you might as well end up trying to maximize or trying to fulfill your need of self-actualization. Though he actually says that there are only very few people in the world who actually can reach this particular level, the ladder of self, the need of self-actualization. बहुत कम लोग हैं जो यहाँ तक पहुँच पाएंगे. Clear? So these are the basic points. Now see, in an organization, and if you take your own example, what happens is how these needs they come into picture. सबसे पहले फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड, रोटी कपड़ा मकान इकट्ठा हो जाए, दिस इज व्हाट यू आर एमिंग फॉर. ये रोटी कपड़ा मकान इकट्ठा हो गया, फॉर एग्जांपल पैसा मिल गया मतलब एक नौकरी मिल गई, नौकरी मिलने से मिला पैसा, और पैसे से मैंने अपनी बेसिक ह्यूमन नीड्स जो है वो सेटिस्फाई कर ली. रोटी कपड़ा मकान, गुड, वेरी गुड. अब ये रोटी कपड़ा मकान तो हो गया, अब जीवन में आगे बढ़ेंगे. अब क्या यहां पे मैं संतुष्ट बैठ जाऊंगा? नहीं. नाउ यू नीड टू मूव फॉरवर्ड. अभी आप बैठोगे नहीं ना, अभी आप आगे काम करोगे. अभी रोटी कपड़ा मकान की जुगाड़ हो गई है, पैसा मिल गया है, एक प्राइवेट नौकरी लग गई है. अब उसके बाद क्या? अब क्या आपका जीवन में मोटिवेशन खत्म हो गया? हाँ, ये वाला मोटिवेशन खत्म हो गया, क्योंकि ये नीड मेरी क्या हो गई है? सेटिस्फाई हो गई है. और वो बोलता है कि एक बार एक नीड सेटिस्फाई हो गई, अब वो आपको मोटिवेट करना बंद कर देगी. तो अब होगा क्या? अब अगली नीड आएगी जो आपको क्या करेगी? मोटिवेट. अब अगली नीड, इसके बाद फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड, बेसिक नीड फुलफिल हो गई. अब अगली नीड क्या जनरेट होगी? तो एक प्राइवेट नौकरी मिल गई है, उससे पैसा आता है, रोटी कपड़ा मकान, ये बेसिक नीड्स हो गई मेरी फुलफिल. अब क्या? अब मुझे चाहिए, अब मेरे दिमाग में, अब मेरे अंदर एक और डेफिशिएंसी क्रिएट हुई. क्या डेफिशिएंसी क्रिएट हो रही है? कि यार अब नौकरी आज है कल नहीं है. अब अगर आज नौकरी है कल नहीं है तो हम क्या करेंगे? तो अब इसलिए नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस, नाउ दिस नीड बिकम्स प्रीपोटेंट, सिक्योरिटी नीड. अब आपको चाहिए सरकारी नौकरी. दैट इज हाउ यू, एंड दैट इज व्हाई यू स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर दिस एग्जामिनेशन. कि सरकारी नौकरी हो जाएगी मतलब सिक्योरिटी नीड खत्म, फुलफिल, एकदम सेट है जीवन. अब क्योंकि अब सिक्योरिटी ऑफ जॉब हो गया है, सरकारी दामाद बन जाएंगे, कोई हमको नहीं निकाल पाएगा. आर्टिकल 311 हम पढ़ के चले गए. वी नो दैट दिस आर्टिकल 311 इट प्रोवाइड्स सिक्योरिटी ऑफ टेन्योर टू दी सिविल सर्वेंट्स. बहुत बढ़िया. तो अब ये जो सिक्योरिटी नीड है वो क्या हो गई? फुलफिल हो गई. योर सिलेक्शन इज, नाउ यू गेट सिलेक्शन इन दिस एग्जामिनेशन. अब एग्जामिनेशन में सिलेक्शन हो गया, अब सरकारी नौकरी भी लग गई है. सरकारी नौकरी लग गई, बहुत बढ़िया. अब क्या चाहिए? अब सिक्योरिटी नीड भी फुलफिल हो गई कि अब ये पैसा जो है, ये नौकरी जो है, ये जीवन भर के लिए है. और जीवन भर के लिए मतलब अब हमारी जो बेसिक नीड्स हैं वो तो सेटिस्फाई होती रहेंगी. सिक्योरिटी हो गई है, सिक्योरिटी हो गई. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू वर इन अ रिलेशनशिप, इन अ रोमांटिक रिलेशनशिप. नाउ ये वाली नीड जो है उसमें क्या है कि नाउ दिस रोमांटिक रिलेशनशिप दैट यू हैड, नाउ यू हैव ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड, यू हैव गिवन अ न्यू नेम टू दिस रिलेशनशिप एंड यू हैव मैरिड योर रोमांटिक रिलेशनशिप पार्टनर. तो भी वो क्या हो गया? एक सिक्योरिटी नीड का फुलफिलमेंट हो गया कि ये भी अब जो है कंपेनियनशिप भी अब जीवन भर मिलती रहेगी. सिक्योरिटी नीड फुलफिल हो गई. अब क्या बैठ जाओगे? नहीं. इंसानी फितरत, वी नेवर स्टॉप, वी शुड नेवर स्टॉप, नेवर सेटल. तो अभी ये नीड फुलफिल होने के बाद अब अगेन दिस डेफिशिएंसी वाज देयर इन योर लाइफ, दिस डेफिशिएंसी इज नाउ fulfilled, this need has been satisfied, therefore now motivation has stopped. फिर अब अगला मोटिवेशन अब आपको कहां से आएगा कि अब आपको अगले जीवन में, अब आपके जीवन में अगली कमी पैदा होगी. वो पैदा क्या है, वो कमी क्या है? दैट इज द सोशल नीड. तो अभी सरकारी नौकरी में सिलेक्शन हो गया है, अभी जो है आपको किसी दूर दराज के इलाके में आपकी पोस्टिंग कर दी, अलीराजपुर झाबुआ आपको भेज दिया. अब नाउ यू डू नॉट हैव एनी फ्रेंड्स at your workplace, you do not know your people, you do not interact with people who are around you. वो जो पंचायत का जो सीजन था, उस पंचायत के सीजन में वो जो कैरेक्टर जो प्ले किया है पंचायत सचिव का, वो जो जीतू भैया ने जो कैरेक्टर प्ले किया है, उसके साथ प्रॉब्लम क्या था शुरुआत में? सोशल नीड सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रही है। नौकरी तो देखो सरकारी हो गई है, लेकिन सोशल नीड सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रही है। सोशल नीड सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रही। वो देख रहा है कि उसके बाकी लोग जो है वो सैटरडे नाइट पार्टी कर रहे हैं और वो यहाँ पे बैठ के किसी का घर की सफाई के लिए बात कर रहा है। तो सोशल नीड्स जो है अब वो जनरेट होंगी और सोशल नीड्स अब आपको क्या करेंगी? मोटिवेट। तो फॉर एग्जांपल यू मस्ट हैव कम अक्रॉस दिस फिनोमेना दैट पीपल दे चेंज देयर जॉब despite the fact that they are not getting any raise in the new job. There are people who switch their jobs. Why? Because वहां पे उनको लग रहा है कि वहां पे मेरा दोस्त काम करता है उस पर्टिकुलर जगह, वहां उस कंपनी में, तो मैं क्या कर लेता हूं, यहां से स्विच करके वहां उस दूसरे शहर में चला जाता हूं। उस ऑफिस में तो मेरे बहुत सारे कॉलेज के मित्र काम करते हैं। तो ऐसे करके वो अपनी क्या कर रहा है? सोशल नीड क्या करेगा? सेटिस्फाई करेगा। ठीक, तो अब सोशल नीड भी सेटिस्फाई हो गई। अब आपकी दुआ सलाम सारे लोगों से होने लगी है। नाउ यू हैव फ्रेंड्स, वर्क प्लेस, दिस सोशल नीड इज सेटिस्फाइड। देन अभी आप क्या रुक जाओगे? नहीं। अगेन व्हाट हैपेंस? ये डेफिशिएंसी थी, दिस हैज बीन फुलफिल्ड, नीड इज सेटिस्फाइड, नाउ दिस विल स्टॉप एक्टिंग एज अ मोटिवेटिंग factor. What will happen now? Next need will become prepotent, which is the need of esteem. Esteem need. Now esteem need is also of two types, self-esteem and the outer part of the esteem. Basically what is the esteem need? कि अब आपके लोग भी बन गए, दफ्तर में लोग भी हो गए हैं, दोस्त भी बन गए हैं आपके। अब अगली जो नीड है वो क्या है? नीड है एस्टीम की। एस्टीम नीड मतलब यू नाउ वांट अ टाइप ऑफ जॉब विच इज चैलेंजिंग, you want authority in the job, you want a job which gives you certain challenges, you do not want a monotonous job. So this is what you want, that people should know your name, you want to create an impact, you want to be known in the society, you want people to respect you. This is your need of esteem. Now you want such a job. So for example, tomorrow if you quit this job of if this civil services job, if this government job, if tomorrow you quit this job, then why are you quitting this particular job? Because you think that your esteem need is not being fulfilled. So in order to fulfill your esteem need, you for example might drop out of the job, you might exit the job, and then you might take up some other job in which you think that this esteem need is being fulfilled. Or you might go and ask for certain appointments at certain places or new postings wherein you think that this will give you more challenging areas or avenues to work at. So this is, what do we say, that this is the, now you are being motivated by this esteem need. And then the last need जो बहुत कम लोग जहां तक पहुंच पाते हैं, दैट इज द नीड ऑफ सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन। एक आईपीएस ऑफिसर हुए पुराने, जिनका नाम था आईजी पांडा। अभी आईजी पांडा ने क्या किया कि एक दिन अपने दफ्तर पहुंच गए साड़ी पहन के, बिंदी और मांग भर के, और लोगों ने पूछा कि क्या हो गया साहब, वर्दी कहाँ है, ये साड़ी कहां से आ गई? तो उन्होंने कहा कि हम तो बन गए हैं मीरा बन गए हैं। मतलब उनको लगा कि ये सारी नीड्स तो जो है, ये तो समाज के प्रेशर में ये सारी नीड्स फुलफिल कर ली, ये समाज का प्रेशर था और इस प्रेशर में ही ये सारी नीड्स फुलफिल करने लगी कि रोटी कपड़ा मकान करो, फिर उसके बाद एक सरकारी नौकरी हो, अपना मकान हो, ये उसके बाद सोशल नीड हो, 4 लोग हो। ये सारा तो समाज के बताए हुए चीजें थी, वो हम करते गए। बट दिस इज माई इनर कॉलिंग, दिस इज माई इनर कॉलिंग, दिस इज वॉट आई एक्चुअली वॉन्ट टू डू। ये वो जो नीड है, ये आपके बहुत भीतर से पैदा हो रही है। दिस इज समथिंग विच यू एक्चुअली वॉन्ट टू अचीव इन लाइफ, विच यू ऑलवेज हैड वॉन्टेड टू डू, बट बिकॉज ऑफ सर्टेन रीजंस यू कुड नॉट डू इट। या फिर ये नीड तभी एक्टिव होगी, तभी प्रीपोटेंट बनेगी, जब सारी नीड क्या हो जाए? फुलफिल हो जाए। रोटी कपड़ा मकान भी हो गया है, सरकारी नौकरी भी हो गई है, दोस्त भी हैं, अब ठीक ठाक इज्जत भी है समाज में, 4 लोग जानते भी हैं, बता देते हैं दूसरे कि इन भाई साहब का मकान इस चौथी गली में है। अब जो आपकी नीड जनरेट हो रही है वो है सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन, इनर कॉलिंग, व्हाट यू एक्चुअली वांट टू डू नाउ। सो दीज आर 5 नीड्स ऑफ अब्राहम मैस्लो, and these are the features of this theory. Now see, this particular theory, like any other theory, even theories in science, in natural science, these theories also have various limitations. Therefore, this particular theory will also have its own share of limitations. And what are the limitations? See, the first limitation is the problem of quantification. That is, how will you quantify? How will you quantify? कि 5 किलो की नीड जो है वो सेटिस्फाई हो गई है, 5 किलो की सिक्योरिटी नीड सेटिस्फाई हो गई, अब ये नीड मोटिवेट करना बंद कर देगी. हाउ विल यू क्वांटिफाई? प्रॉब्लम ऑफ क्वांटिफिकेशन. देन more than 5 human needs can be there. For example, we have a need which is spiritual need. There is a need which is called spiritual need. He did not identify any other needs apart from these 5 needs, which is an incorrect statement to be made. This is a limitation of his theory. There could be other needs. I am identifying a need as spiritual need. You might identify another type of need. So this is a limitation of his theory. Then the problem is that hierarchy is not strictly followed. It means it might happen that, see, Maslow is saying that physiological need will come first, then security need, then social esteem, etc. There might be cases, there might be people for whom esteem need might become prepotent for the first time. Esteem need will come prior to, let's say, the security need. There are people like this. For example, there are people who actually start to they actually are working to attain or to answer their inner calling. That means they have jumped the needs and they have directly come on to the need of self-actualization. So it is not necessary that this particular hierarchy will always be followed for every particular individual, because we know the fact that there are individual differences. There are people who are different from each other in multiple manners. So this particular theory, which it captures the human behavior. It says that this is how it will happen. This is how human beings will be motivated, and these are the only 5 needs which are there. It is a limitation. So next is that more than one need might become prepotent at a time. For example, if you are trying to get a good score or get a good rank in this examination, what you are actually trying to do is that you are trying to maximize, or you are trying to fulfill all these 3 needs at the same time: social need, security need, and physiological need. The moment you enter into the services, the moment you clear this examination, what will happen? All these 3 needs will be fulfilled at the same time: social need, esteem need, social need, security need, and physiological need. Or for example, if you leave this particular need, social need, तो ये दोनों need तो एकदम से fulfill हो जाएंगे जैसे ही आप ने the moment you enter into the services or the moment you crack this particular examination. तो ये ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि बहुत सारी needs को मैं एक साथ टारगेट कर रहा हूं, तो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि एक ही नीड एक बार में प्रीपोटेंट बनेगी, जैसा कि मैस्लो कहता है. ठीक. एंड देन जंपिंग ऑफ नीड्स, इट मींस दैट आई कैन, सो फॉर एग्जांपल जंपिंग आउट ऑफ नीड, फॉर एग्जांपल 16 साल की उम्र में सचिन तेंदुलकर, ना तो उसकी कोई भी लोअर ऑर्डर नीड फुलफिल नहीं हुई है. 16 साल का सचिन तेंदुलकर, वो जो क्रिकेटर जो 16 साल से क्रिकेट खेलने इसमें आ गया, इंटरनेशनल फॉर्मेट में खेलने आ गया, पहले से ही खेल रहा था बचपन से, पर इंटरनेशनल आई गेस हिज डेब्यू मैच वाज एट द एज ऑफ 16, सचिन तेंदुलकर. अभी उस बच्चे की ना तो कोई फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड फुलफिल हुई है, ना सिक्योरिटी नीड, ना सोशल नीड, ना स्टीम नीड, कुछ भी नहीं. ही इज डायरेक्टली आंसरिंग हिज इनर वॉइस, which is inner calling, which is that I want to be the best batter of the world. I want to play this game, no matter if usko us samay he might not have given this a thought. Will I be the best batter of the world? Will I be known as the father of this particular game? The god of cricket. उस समय उसको ये सारी चीजें नहीं थी. He was just doing what he actually loved to do. It means he was actually working for the fulfillment of his need of self-actualization, despite the fact that all these 4 lower order needs, they were unsatisfied. So level jumping or jumping of needs might also happen. Clear? So this is the theory of Abraham Maslow, and I hope आपको ये theory बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से समझ में आई होगी. Clear? This is it for this lecture. We'll meet in the next lecture. Until then, take very good care of yourselves. I'm signing off. Thank you.